Now, let me just say tonight that for those of us for whom the sanctity of life issue is an absolute and a non-negotiable, it is stunning, if not comical, to see a group calling itself pro-life evangelicals for Biden act shocked that now President Biden is proudly the most radical pro-abortion president in history, and frankly, more than any other leader in any other country, which that's a little weird. The fact that these never-Trump evangelicals seem surprised either attests to their extraordinary political naivete or their utter cluelessness as to everything Joe Biden promised to do, not just to advance a radical abortion policy, but to do something not even President Obama did, and that's push for. And that's to force taxpayers, you, to fund abortions up until the moment of birth. No president has ever pushed for that. The rationale given for these so-called pro-life believers to support Joe Biden was because they didn't approve of Donald Trump's tone or his tweets. Hey, most of us in the mainstream of evangelical life never defended tweets that were harmful or attacks on individuals, but we recognize that President Trump turned out to be by far the most pro-life president in all of American history. No one else has even been close. And all that he did to faithfully and forcefully support life was reversed by Joe Biden on his first day in office. Now the pro-life evangelicals for Biden say they feel used and betrayed, and that they were promised that if they helped elect Biden, there would be dialogue on this and other issues. Now they admit they can't even get a meeting with low-level staffers, and they watch helplessly as the Biden administration pushing for the most disgusting measures of abortion. President Biden had at least historically favored the Hyde Amendment. That prohibited the use of taxpayer funds for abortion. But from the early days of the campaign, Joe Biden reversed his position and openly said he would repeal the Hyde Amendment. He promised to give Planned Parenthood full funding, and he said that he would reverse the Mexico City policy. That policy was what prohibited your tax dollars from paying for abortions in other countries. Why would we be doing that anyway? So, how's that support for Biden working out for you, folks? You gave him your support and helped elect him. He's not even given you the courtesy of a meeting. He just stuck it to you and didn't even send you a thank you card. Oh, you got used all right, but you weren't betrayed, because Joe Biden was crystal clear in saying that he was going to open wide the doors for all the abortions that Planned Parenthood and the leftists are demanding. As the big fat porculus bill passed in the House, the evangelicals for Biden pretend they feel betrayed, and they demand him to take out the abortion funding in the bill. Remember, this $1.9 trillion bill is supposed to be about COVID relief. But did you know that only 9% has a thing to do with COVID? It is a lard-loaded spending bill that doles out billions of dollars to Democrat-led cities and states that poorly manage their budgets. By the way, it's so ridiculous that it gives $1,400 checks to death row inmates and pedophiles. Those of us who supported President Trump never were dishonest about the fact that he was not one of us, and his personality was often lacking in kindness or gentleness to those who attacked him or disagreed with him. But we appreciated that when it came to the sanctity of life, religious liberty, or support for Israel, he kept his promises and he acted on them. Now, if my brothers and sisters who helped elect Joe Biden feel betrayed and used, maybe they should repent for what they have done to unborn children and begin to use their voices to denounce the deceptions they experienced. And next time, don't be so lacking in self-awareness. Joe Biden didn't keep any of his promises to you, but he sure kept his promises to the radical left, because that's what he said he would do. Let's all use our voices to loudly condemn the use of our tax dollars to kill babies. Surely that's an issue that can unite evangelicals, Catholics, even feminists. Why not? Now, if you want more videos like that one, hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell right next to it. And if you leave a comment, positive or negative, I'll be sure that my dog Toby sees it and responds to you in kind.